How to maintain your shocks on any car, but I'm using one from a Traxxas Slash here. So first you're going to need some shock oil. I use 35, but if you're using a heavier car like a nitro one, you might need 40 or 50 even. You need either some of this bearing blaster for cleaning motors, or WD-40. You can have either. It's just for cleaning the shock. And you need a pot just to put your oil in once you refilled it. First of all, you're just going to want to dismantle the shock. That might be different on your one, but on this one you just pull the spring back, slide that up a bit, and the bottom just pulls off like that. The spring then just slides off, and any spacers that you've got on, just slide them off like that. And there you've got your shock. And now you're going to need to clean your shock. I'm going to use this motor cleaner, bearing blast or whatever. You just basically just spray it on like this, just all over, and that basically just gets all the muck off. If you're using WD-40, just make sure you wipe it after with some kitchen or something, just because all the grease, you don't want it on, all the muck sticks to it. Now you're going to want to take the head off the shock, so just unscrew it and make sure the shaft is fully down so that no oil will spill out, and just keep it upright to make sure none of the oil spills out everywhere. Now the shock bladder that you can see on the top there, this little black thing, it might end up in the lid. If so, just take it out and put it on the side because you need it in a minute. So on here it's just there, so just lift it off carefully, keeping it upright still, and just put it to one side. Now you're just going to want to tip any oil in here, just into there, into any tub, an old tub or something, and just compress the shaft a couple of times just to make sure all the oils come out. You should never top up your shock, you should always fully empty it and then refill it again, as it can destroy the seals if you don't. Now I'm going to want to refill the shock. Just basically just tip the oil in. You should fill it right to the top just before it overflows, but make sure it doesn't overflow and get oil everywhere like I've just done. But it's filled right to the top now. Full, you're going to make sure there's no air in it. Now all you have to do for this is basically push the shaft up, make sure it doesn't overflow, twist it a couple of times and pull it down, and you should see a few air bubbles rising, or if you don't, that's probably because there's no air in. But just do that a couple of times, push it up, twist it, pull it down slowly, just till all the air bubbles are out. Now this is where you need your shock bladder. Just pick it up, place it on top like that, and the oil will go over the edge like that. Use something like a ball end wrench and just sort of push it down until it sort of clicks into place like that, and then just squeeze it down with your finger, make sure the oil comes out so there's no air in it. Now once you put the shock bladder back on, just give it a wipe, make sure you don't knock it off again, just to get rid of all the oil and muck. And now you need to put the head back on. So basically just put it on, make sure you don't knock the shock cap off, and a good tip is to always turn it the opposite way till it sort of clicks onto the thread like that, and then twist it on just to make sure it goes on straight, and just twist it on as tight as you can by hand, and then use something like a wrench just to tighten it up like that. Just make sure, if you're using a plastic shock cap, make sure you don't break it, but it's fine with metal ones. And just tighten it as far as it'll go, make sure it's not going to come off. Now you've got your shock there, just compress it and put it out a few times. If it's smooth and there's no noise, then you've done it right, like this. If you hear any sort of noise, like then that probably means there's some air in it, so you'll have to take it off, tip it out, refill it, and then start from the beginning again. So if you've done that, that's fine. You'll now need to reassemble the shock. Just slide any spacers on that you've got like that, and place the this thing on which holds the spring on. Slide the spring back on, pull it back with your hands like that. Make sure if it's got a little rubber washer on like that, just pull it down, and then slide this underneath it like so. And there you go, your shock's ready. Just check again, make sure there's no air in it, and that's just ready to go back in your car now.